All right. Yes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Pamela Lucas here, House of Pamela Renee. You know what to say, where fashion meets education. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest. Tell them your name.
Hello, my name is Pamela Newton. I am the CEO and founder of Pamela Newton Modeling Academy.
Yes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. For those of you who don't know me, House of Pamela Renee, I design clothes, special occasion wear for all sizes. And also on the educating side, pattern making and draping is my love. And so I will be teaching a lot of that as well. Okay, so, all right, let's go ahead and we're going to just get right into it. Hope you guys are having a good lunch. Make sure that you go ahead and put up here that I can see you. Go ahead and put some comments there. And now remember what we said before. Sometimes you have to have StreamYard. You have to say, yes, StreamYard, you can use my name because we also going to make sure that I can see you, but you have to tell StreamYard that you can use your name. So that way I can see you. Otherwise, it'll come up as user, Facebook user. Okay. All right. And then also make sure you share. Whenever we have, right there, make sure when we do these things, we share. It's always good to share knowledge and opportunities and love. So make sure that you share and share to the public.
Yes. You don't want to miss out.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want to miss out. You don't want other people to miss out.
Right.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen so we can look at our lesson plan today. All right, I have some questions for you all. And I know if you all are busy, you can always come back and look at it as well. Okay, so let's see. Let's go here. Share the screen. Share. And here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. You should see Fashion Friday with the House of Pamela Renee, where fashion meets education. Okay, right here we have Pamela Newton's Modeling Academy, and we have some categories that we want to talk about modeling. There's can you help me out with some of the categories?
Yes, some of the categories are runway. You have runway, you have print work, you have commercials.
Okay.
You have sometimes a person could have hands. It could be a hand model or a foot model.
Okay, all right. So it's wonderful.
And much more.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have some questions here for our guest, and we will be asking her these questions. Tell us how you got started, so on and so forth. And then designers, I have questions for you. We always have to make sure that you're understanding, because I need to make sure that you understand what I'm teaching. Okay. All right, then now we got a couple of announcements. Let's go ahead and get that done. All right, we know about the 5-day free pattern making workshop. Yes, and that starts next week, Monday, February the 22nd, from 7 p.m. on to, I hope you guys don't keep me too long. I'm thinking maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour, but if the conversation gets good, we may stay longer. And it's going to be only in the Fashion Designers for Life Facebook group. So you won't see this anyplace else. So please, please, please make sure you see this bit.ly pattern making workshop deal. Make sure you sign up so you can be inside the group. We got a lot of information. We got a couple of special guests, and we're going to have some giveaways at the end. So you don't want to miss out. Okay. And then for you more seasoned pattern makers and designers and educators and teachers and so on and so forth. And even for the ones that is not as seasoned, upcoming real soon, I'm going to launch my online pattern making video subscription. So in this, you're going to get new patterns every month. And it's very detailed. So 24-hour access. You can go to it whenever you want. And then once a week, I am going to make myself available to you for any questions. We'll have a private Zoom room where you guys can just come in there. If you have questions about anything that you're learning with the patterns and so on and so forth, I just want to make sure that I am there for you. Okay, so please make sure that you post some questions. So if you have any questions, I always like to, I know I got my screen jumbled up. You probably can see that because I'm looking to see if we have anybody posting anything yet. Okay, it's still kind of early. It's 12:05. You know, we start on time.
Yes.
House of Pamela Renee, we say high noon, then you guys need to kind of get ready, 10 minutes ahead, have your lunch, be sitting at the computer, bang. And if you're at work and you're taking a break, just go ahead and make sure that, bang, you're sitting right here at 12 because we will be starting right at 12.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and, all right, Pamela Newton's Modeling Academy. All right, Pam, tell us how you got started. I'm going to not share the screen right now because I want to see how you got started. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. All right, guys. So I'm not good with this because I'm going to stop sharing. I may need my assistant to come over, but if I can't to do that, then we'll just stay right where we are. Okay. Go ahead, Pam. Tell us.
Okay. Hi, everyone. The ones that just joined in, I'm Pam Newton, and I am the CEO and founder of Pamela Newton Modeling Academy. And I'm going to just share a little bit on how I got started with the industry, period. I was 12 years old, and I was bullied in elementary school and high school. So each year went by and I really didn't like myself. So at school, someone posted that they had a charm school, and the charm school that I attended was Josette Owens Charm School. And I went through a class and I learned a lot. That's why I'm so poised and love fashion, and I have the passion of teaching people. So at this time, my mom, I actually worked with her, and I got $20 a week from her to pay for my class. So that's how I went through the charm school, and Miss Josette allowed us to stay. So I was with her for 5 years. So then I went through John Casablanca's, I went through their class as well. And then I started teaching at Penn Valley Community College, the etiquette classes, which I was, Pam Lucas was there at the time. Mm-hmm. And I taught all classes. So I have a lot of knowledge within me to share. So and that's why.
Okay, so what made you do, so Pam and I, we've been friends for quite a number of years. And when I came back from New York City, then I started teaching at Penn Valley Community College, teaching fashion design. And I did that program for a number of years. And so what made you decide to open a modeling academy?
Well, when you step out into the industry and based on what I've been through, and I'm going to touch a little bit on, because my self-esteem was so low at that time, I needed to build up my confidence. So going through all these classes and all the things that I have, put my hands to, or, put my, decided to step into in my life, it actually helped me out. Mm. So my self-esteem, of course, the people that knows me, my self-esteem is not low anymore. So most of the young ladies that come through the class right now, through my class, their self-esteem is down, and I help them with that. So I build up their confidence as well. So it's just not all into, teaching them runway, how to walk, the posture, and commercial and stuff like that. It's a lot more. It's a ministry in itself.
Well, that's a good thing, and that's good to know, because there's so many different categories and aspects to modeling, mm-hmm. and it's not always just of course, it's the tall, beautiful models that come down the runway. It's that too, but think about when we do print work or when we do commercials, and tell us a little bit about the commercials, and then I'm going to share the screen again so we can see some of the modeling classes that she had in session, and then designers we are going to talk another thing. We're going to talk about why models are so important to the fashion designers. Okay, we already know that it's important because you're on the runway and you want to get your collections out. So we know that. But and then we know that when they take pictures, that's important to designers, right? Because they're going to be modeling your clothes. And then there's another one that we're going to talk a little bit more about too. So here we go again, sharing the screen. Okay. And okay, now let's go ahead and go here. All right, so that's okay. That's your and here's your contact information.
Yes, it is. Okay, so one of my signature courses that I teach is modeling etiquette, and like I said, about the self-esteem and everything, the runway, the posture, based on the commercial. I teach a person how to audition for a commercial so they can get them prepared for that.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you have some contacts there. I do. That's wonderful. And there you are. Get you. Okay, the contact information is here. That's what number is that? Yes,
my contact information, the business phone number is 913-735-6280. If you want to email me, you can. It's at pnewtonmodelingacademy@gmail.com.
You guys got that? We want to make sure you got the number 913-735-6280.
Yeah.
And then pnewtonmodelingacademy@gmail.com.
And I want to share one other thing. Yeah, I do have over 20 young ladies at this time that's coming through my class.
Look at that.
Some of them was selected for the Kansas City Fashion Week.
Yes.
And I have a upcoming eye shoot with some of them. Some was selected for a co-hosting or host for a channel as well.
Okay.
So a lot is going on. So I'm sort of kind of behind the scenes person, but a lot is going on.
Well, that's wonderful. Because a lot of times you go to modeling agencies and you sign up and then nothing happens. So, but you're involved, and that's a good thing. Okay, so tell us about this. Let me see. Can I make that a little bit? Tell us about that. What's happening here?
Okay, I was teaching the young ladies here how to walk. Okay. So if you see, all of them were in sequence together. Sometimes when you're in a fashion show, based on that designer may want 3 people on the stage at one time or 2, and they choreograph, how they want them to walk.
Wonderful.
So I prepare them for that.
Look at that. And we got all ages and sizes because models, ladies and gentlemen, are people. Models are people, and so we need all types of people to model. Okay, so what's going on here?
Okay, here once again, I had them in a line sequence order to everybody brought their hats and their scarves this day. Okay. And we just had a little session, a style session.
Oh, look at that. And posing too, because posing is very important.
It is.
Guys, when you're on the runway, sometimes you get to the end of the runway, you got to have a nice natural pose that you're going to fall into. That's important. Or if you're doing some print work, and if the photographer says, I'm just going to need you to pose one after the other, pose, pose, pose. You got to be able to do that too. So we have here all shapes and sizes.
That's right. And I love them all.
Okay. Right. Because we got the full figured models, we got short, we got tall, and there's a niche for each type of person, each type of model. There's a niche. If you're full figured, there's a full figured market that we need the models for that. If you're, the children, there's a market for that. There is a market for each body type because all our body types make up the market. Really think about
it. Yeah, based on the designer. The designer, if a designer is a petite designer, they want maybe petite people for their clothes. Most of the clothes that are made for like Dillard's and Macy's, those are for the 5'9", 5'11" young ladies. But I'm 5'4", and a lot of people always said when you're short, you won't make it. But guess what? I made it.
There we go.
I did print work, commercial. Any short person, not trying to be funny, under 5'4" or 5'6" can do print work.
Look at that. And so that's headline news, ladies and gentlemen.
So it don't matter what height you are, what size you are, you can do this. Absolutely. And if anybody's interested in me helping them out, just reach out to me. And like I said, my phone number is 913-735-6280. and email me at pnewtonmodelingacademy@gmail.com.
Right.
I do one-on-one classes.
Mm-hmm.
I do Zoom classes, and I do group sessions as well with social distancing.
Very good. All right. Now let's talk about designers. Why the fit model is so important. Okay. Now, this House of Pamela Renee, and right here we have Pam modeling for Kansas City Fashion Week. Okay, so what I want to do is let me let me stop sharing because I need to look at you. I need you to see me. Okay, can you see me?
I can see you.
All right. Look. So, designers, when you are doing your designs, you have to have a size range, and this falls back into some of those questions. First of all, do you have a fit model, and do you know what a fit model is? Mm-hmm. And then, okay, if you're doing fashion shows, you probably have a favorite runway model. You probably have that. It also, if you have you need your size range, mm-hmm. and you gotta make sure that you have slopers. I'm looking at my paperwork. It's slopers for proper sizing for your brand. Mm-hmm. And do you know the difference between slopers and patterns? Okay, so let's go back to that fit model. So you're designing a line. Okay, let's say you design Mrs. Clothes, just the regular Missy sizes. All right, so what size range you're gonna do? You're gonna go from, I don't know, 4 to 16, and you're gonna go 4 to 14, 2 to 8. What size range you're gonna go? And then you have to have a fit model so your sizes will remain consistent when you make up your slopers. So the fit model, she needs to be serious. She can't gain weight and lose weight. Her weight cannot fluctuate. It needs to stay the same.
That's right.
Because if you look at the ASTM standards for sizes and measurements, which a lot of designers use that, or you can look at other designers' body measurements to see what you want your size. Let's say you go with size 8. What should that size 8 be? What should the bust be? What should the waist be? What should the hips be? I don't know, what are you going to do? You're going to go like 34, I don't know, in the bust, maybe 24 in the waist, and maybe 36 in the hip. I'm just throwing numbers out at you. Don't think that that's the numbers you should use. But for your particular client that you're selling to, what is that size range? Once you figure that out, you have your fit model. Because when you make up your slopers, and the slopers are the foundation of all your patterns, the foundation of your sizing. Mm-hmm. So that means whoever you get to produce your garments, whoever produces your garments, whether it's here in the United States, whether it's outside the United States, whether it's somebody around the corner, whoever, as long as you have your basic sloper and the patterns made from that sloper, then your sizing will remain consistent. And that's very, very, very important. You don't want to design something and then next thing you know, later on down the line, somebody, comes, they fit you 1 year, next year they come back and they don't fit and they didn't change, but your sizing is off. Your sizing is wrong. So, yeah.
Because I've been modeling, I've actually been Pam's fit model for years, and I'm like, oh, Pam, I picked up a little bit or I lost a little bit. She said, well, Pam, you're my fit model. So I do maintain. I don't have a hard time with it, but I do have to watch what I eat, and I do keep that in mind because this is my passion. This is something I like to do. So.
Yeah, and then because you think about it, designers. Let's say you're designing a collection, okay, and you know that you got to be able to produce the different sizes. Somebody likes it, you're selling it, and they want, I don't know how many dozens per size. Your fit model comes in, and let's say now you're in a development mode. The fit model comes in and you have some garments for them to try on. And all of a sudden, it may look like it's too tight. Well, why is it too tight on the waist? Well, why is it too tight around the hip? Did you add enough for the pattern? Maybe we need to add a little bit more ease to it. Always, always check your fit models when they come in for fittings, just to make sure that their waist didn't fluctuate. Because if it's a model and they know they kind of overweight a little bit, they're not going to come in and tell you, oh, I ate a little bit too much. I gained 2 inches. I gained a half inch in my waist. They're not going to say that. So you just have to, be diligent and just measure just to make sure, because that accounts to money. Think about it. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to show you. We're going to share the screen one more time because it's 12:20, ladies and gentlemen, and we're just going to have a few more minutes. And then even if you don't put any comments, and now, if you don't have any questions right now, you may have some questions later. I still would need for you to put it in there later as well, because I will always answer your questions. So if you have a question, go ahead and put a question in, okay? If you have a question, you can go ahead and put a question in, any type of comment, then that way I can make sure that you're understanding what I'm saying about this. All righty? Okay, so let's go ahead and let me share the screen. What I want to show you, those pants that Pam had on. And basically, if you have a basic sloper, how that basic sloper will work. Okay, I'm going to share the screen, and I got a sloper over here of a pair of pants, and how you can easily change it. All right. All right, so we're going to go here again, and we're going to share again, and there we go. And then we're going to bring up the camera. That's what we're going to do here. All right, so let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Here is, all right, so let me try that again. Make sure that we're getting it shared. Share. Okay. All right. If it's not working for the sharing, then okay. I think it's a little delay. Okay. All right. All right. I might be moving a little bit too fast for my own technology here. Okay, so you can see now? Okay. Great, 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 great. So here is a pant sloper. You mark around your pant sloper. And only thing I want to do, I just want to make the legs wider. That's all. Just making the legs wider. So now I'm going to come with my ruler. I'm going to figure out how much wider I want it to be. So you know what we have here. We have a pant front. Up here's the waist. And then we also have down here where the hem is, where your knee level would be, and your thigh and hip. All right, so I just want these legs to be a little bit wider. That's all, just a little bit wider. So I'm going to come here, and we're just going to draw a little line right there. And then I'm going to curve it a teeny weeny bit, and then I'm going to draw my little line right here. Make that still a little curve. And this is going to be the new line to make the wider pants. We don't need that anymore. And then we may even want to drop this down up here. So we may even I'll just do a little dotted line right here. Maybe I want to drop it down. Maybe I don't want it at the waist as much. So maybe I just want to drop that down. Let me just get a little. And then the wider lines become your new, I was looking to see if I had a bigger pen, but that's okay. The wider line, here we go, I guess it's a green marker. So now here is our new pattern made from the sloper. The size is the same. Think about it. We didn't change much in the hip. We just wanted a wider leg. Okay, and then we wanted to drop this down a little bit because we're going to later on come back and add a different waistband where we drop it and make it look a little wider. And then, of course, we still have our green line in the middle. And let me go ahead and darken that up a little bit. So now, the darker lines here, that becomes your new pattern made from the basic sloper. Okay, made from the basic sloper. I'm gonna stop sharing here. And then I'm gonna go here. Okay. So hopefully you guys were able to see that. And if you have, like I said, if you have any questions, you have any comments, you have any concerns, please always let me know. And like I said, going forward, let's go back to that one little area. Bum, 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 bum. We're going to go back to this. All right, those are the pants I was talking about. This is a fashion show, the House of Pamela Renee, because I do special occasion wear. We're going to go ahead and move up a little bit. Those are some of the models that's in the Pamela Newton Modeling Academy. That's Pam's flyer. Okay, and these are some of the questions that we have for you, designers. Do you have a fit model? All right. If not, if you want to design a line, you probably want to get you a fit model. Don't get your best friend, or you get somebody serious. Who's serious? If your best friend is serious about what they're doing, then that's good. You've got runway model. Know your size range. Know about slopers. We're going to be talking a lot about slopers when we do our Discover Top Industry Pattern Making Methods for Your Fashion Designs. That starts February 22nd through the 26th, 2021, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to take place inside the Fashion Designers for Life Facebook group. We have a lot of people that are in the group now. So make sure if you're not in, get in and let your friends in, because that's going to be a lot of things going to be happening there. And then upcoming pretty soon, next week, as a matter of fact, I'm going to launch my online pattern making video subscription. That is going to be a wonderful thing as well. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing now. All right, so we're back. Yes. So hopefully you got a lot out of it. Okay, I see LaDonna Adams. All right, good info. I have designed for others consistently, but I want to invest in collection wear. All right, so we're going to talk more, LaDonna. Make sure that you signed up for the class. I'm pretty sure you did, for the 5-day free pattern making workshop. We got a lot of information. Yeah. All my years of experience, it's my pleasure to share them with you all. So make sure that you guys are in that group as well. All right. You got any comments, Pam?
I just want to say, the pattern making, you guys, this lady here is the best of the best. I'm serious. Because I'm just so overwhelmed and just delighted when I see all of Pam's work.
Okay.
And me as a model, and each model, when you try on the clothes, you prepare through the agency or whoever you go through, the coaching to prepare you for that runway. Mm-hmm. So once we put on the outfits, we actually bring that outfit to life.
Exactly.
So it's like, and it's not all about you, it's about you bringing that outfit to life.
That's it. Exactly. And that's what we like. So a lot of times as a designer, when I have models put on a garment, I want to make sure that they feel comfortable in it, and that they like. Sometimes they're not going to like it, but most times we want to make sure that they do. Then that way they can bring their best foot forward. They can bring their best game forward. They can really present it nicely to your ultimate consumer, because that's what we want. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, if there's not any other questions, and even when we go off the broadcast, you can always come back, add comments, have questions, concerns, anything like that. I will always answer them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we always say, the House of Pamela Renee, where fashion meets education. Thank you, and be kind to somebody.
Yeah,
All righty?
definitely so.
All righty.
Thank you.